Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at James Redfield's 1993 novel, The Celestine Prophecy. Okay, let's unpack this one. Our mission, really, is to get into its mix of psychological and spiritual stuff, that really unique publishing story, and why it stuck around. Basically, help you get why it was such a big deal back then.
Absolutely. It really struck a chord. The Celestine prophecy gave a lot of people this kind of narrative path for thinking about spiritual awakening. It took some old ideas, mixed them with adventure.
And accessible, maybe?
Exactly. Very accessible. It tapped into this, widespread search for something deeper, tells you a lot about why it caught on.
Yeah, that makes sense. So the basic story, it's first person, right? This guy goes off to Peru because he hears about this ancient manuscript.
From 600 BC, supposedly.
Right, 600 BC. And it contains these 9 spiritual insights he needs to uncover.
Right.
And he's kind of at a crossroads in his life, and suddenly he's noticing synchronicity, these meaningful coincidences.
Synchronicity is key. Those moments that feel too perfect to be random.
And that becomes a big part of his, spiritual wake-up call. Redfield really plays on that human thing, doesn't he? Looking for patterns, finding meaning where maybe it just seems random.
Oh, definitely. And what's fascinating here is how the book uses that journey. It's all about opening up to new ways of seeing things, connecting with, well, the divine, I suppose.
And it draws on some older traditions.
Yeah, it pulls from ancient Eastern philosophies, but also mixes in that whole New Age spirituality vibe that was big at the time, personal growth, looking beyond mainstream religion.
Right, right. And there's this bigger picture, too. There's a historian character, I think.
Yes, who lays out this whole sweep of history. Like, humanity first saw the world as divinely run.
Okay.
Then came the scientific age, explaining everything rationally.
Got it.
Which led to focusing on material stuff, economic control. But left people feeling, I don't know, restless, kind of desperate.
So the idea is we were primed for something new, a shift.
Exactly. Primed for a fundamental shift in consciousness, aiming for a better world. It makes you think, how do we find meaning when the world keeps changing its rules?
That's a big question. And connecting this to the bigger picture, the book frames this potential shift as, well, urgent. It's not just a personal thing.
No, it's presented as something global, something necessary. It really raises questions about where humanity finds meaning, doesn't it?
It does. And it's not just philosophical either, is it? There's actual danger involved. The government in Peru, the church, they don't want this manuscript getting out.
Not at all. They actively try to stop it, and people get chased, arrested, even shot at.
So the main character is forced to live on the run, basically, while he's trying to piece these insights together. Adds a thriller element.
Definitely ups the stakes.
And the insights themselves, the way they're revealed is interesting. They're not just listed out for you.
No, not like a checklist.
Right. It says they're paraphrased through action. So you kind of figure them out as the characters live through situations that demonstrate them, like parables woven into the plot.
Exactly. You experience the insights rather than just read about them. It's quite clever, actually. The narrator even mentions that just part of the 9th insight would fill, 20 pages typed out.
Wow. So it's meant to be absorbed, not just understood intellectually.
Precisely. And connecting to that, there's this fascinating detail about where the manuscript was found, the Celestine Temple in Peru.
Good.
The story goes that the ancient people there reached a certain energy vibration level, a spiritual frequency, if you will.
And that let them
Crossover into a reality of pure spirituality. It makes you wonder about ancient beliefs, their ideas about transformation, blurring that line between physical and spiritual.
That is fascinating. Almost as fascinating as how the book itself got published. That's quite a story too, isn't it?
Oh, it's legendary in publishing circles. Redfield self-published it initially.
Sold it out of his car.
Yep, the famous story, 100,000 copies sold out of the trunk of his car. Then Warner Books obviously noticed.
Incredible. And then it just exploded.
Absolutely. Over 5 million copies worldwide eventually. 34 languages, spent, 165 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list. Huge.
Just massive. But not everyone loved it, critically speaking.
Well, readers generally embraced it, but yeah, literary critics often felt the plot was a bit thin, just a way to deliver the spiritual ideas.
Which Redfield kind of owned up to, didn't he? Saying it was meant as a parable.
Exactly. He was open about that it's a story designed to teach or illustrate a point.
Yeah.
And clearly, that approach worked for millions of people.
It led to sequels, too, expanding on the ideas. The 10th Insight, Secret of Shambhala, the 12th Insight, kept the momentum going. So what does this all mean for you listening in? The Celestine Prophecy really is this interesting mix, adventure, spirituality, a unique way of storytelling that just clicked with so many people. It invited readers to think about their own lives, maybe see those coincidences differently, and consider this idea of a bigger shift happening.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with, consider how that specific method, learning the insights through the action, not just being told them, might be key to its success. Why do stories told that way, making you part of the discovery, still resonate so strongly? It speaks to that ongoing collective search for meaning, doesn't it?